In this video, I'm going to show you the best settings for Crimson Desert on Steam Deck. We can make the game look and run a little bit better. I still don't recommend playing this on the Steam Deck, but we can go from this to this by applying a couple of different things. I'm going to show you how to install FSR4, how to unlock the hidden settings, and how to set up lossless scaling so that you don't have input lag. Without further ado, let's start. So first things first, FSR4. What you want to do is go to desktop mode and then paste the link that I will have in the description. This will download the FSR4DLL file. So what you want to do is download that file, and then you can open Steam, search for Crimson Desert, right-click, manage, browse local files, then open bin64 and just paste that file there and click overwrite. This will install FSR4. Now we can go back to gaming mode, and the next thing you want to do is input this launch command into the launch options. SteamDeck equals 0% command %, exactly like you see it. And this will unlock the secret hidden for some reason settings that allow us to go even lower than the lowest settings. All you have to do now is launch the game, and in the settings menu, you can now choose FSR4. And in the graphics menu, we can set the graphics to minimum. This was previously not possible. The lowest was low. Now the lowest is minimum. However, before we continue, we want to exit the game and we want to copy the command for lossless scaling. If you use lossless scaling, you probably know how this is done. You can just go to the plugin, copy launch command, paste it into the launch options, and then start the game again. Next, what we want to do is in the settings menu, we want to go and turn off VSync. And in the graphics menu, everything will be set to minimum except for lighting quality. We have to set lighting quality to low, so one up to the right, because if we don't, we're gonna get this very weird effect happening on the trees and on leaves, and it's very distracting. It's not good at all. Because we're using FSR4, we're gonna set that to performance, and this will give us better results than FSR3 set to balanced. You can check out the comparison video I made between FSR3 and FSR4. It does look significantly better. However, there is a performance hit. That's why we're setting it to performance mode to try and balance out the FPS. And from here, you're basically looking at 25 to 32 FPS base. Next, what you want to do is you want to click the three dots on the Steam Deck and go into the power or performance menu, and here we're going to scroll down and we're going to go and click allow tearing and half rate shading. We also want to turn on manual GPU clock to 1600 MHz. This helps overall with the input lag when you enable lossless scaling. And for the actual lossless scaling settings, these are the ones I'm currently running. So it's set to 2 times lossless scaling with flow scale set to 85%. Base FPS cap is off. It's usually 30, but it drops below 30, so it's no point of putting this on. Present mode, FIFO, VSync on, performance mode on, and that's going to be it pretty much. This is what is going to get you to a more playable state. Again, not perfect, but a lot better than without any of these mods. And then you can enable lossless scaling. Now, I don't usually recommend enabling lossless scaling if the game is running at below 40 FPS, because it will introduce a lot of artifacting. Your character's head is going to start jumping all over the place. UI elements will start artifacting. It's generally not a pleasant experience, and the worst part is that you are going to get a ton of input lag. However, in this case, I tested it a lot. I went even into combat, and the input lag is really not that big. It's playable. It might not be enjoyable, but if this was your only option, these are all the steps that you can take to sort of make it even more playable. So lossless scaling is set to 2 times, and this is what it looks like. This is how it performs even in combat. I'm also going to show you some handheld footage. This is again with all those settings applied, FSR4, the minimum settings, and lossless scaling set to 2 times. And this is what it looks like when I'm playing it handheld. So again, I don't really recommend playing Crimson Desert on the Steam Deck, but if this was your only choice and you had to make it work somehow, this is a viable option. Now keep in mind, this is gameplay at the beginning of the game. I have not yet fought any bosses on the Steam Deck, so presumably the FPS will drop even further, and it's probably not going to be super viable for you to fight bosses with it. But as I said in my first impressions video, if you do want to use the Steam Deck, as sort of a companion device to your main rig, this could be an option. And if Steam Deck was your only option to play this game, it's gonna suck. I'm sorry. It's no way around it. It's not gonna be a good experience. These settings can make it a little bit better, but it's not magic. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, consider leaving a like, and if you want to see more Steam and Steam Deck content, consider subscribing to the channel. You can also join the Steam group and the Steam Flow curator page. In the curator page, I share my performance breakdowns for games, and currently Crimson Desert is marked as not recommended for the Steam Deck. I'll keep following this game and seeing how it progresses. Maybe after a couple of patches, we're going to be able to get to a little bit more than 30 FPS, but for now, this is what we have to work with. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.